I should have never taken this shortcut. It's past midnight, and the only light comes from my dimming headlights cutting through the thick, oppressive fog. My heart is pounding against my ribs like a trapped bird. Every shadow looks like a hand reaching out from the trees. I'm gripping the steering wheel so hard my knuckles are white, and the hum of the engine is the only thing keeping me sane. But then, I looked up at the mirror, and my blood just turned to ice. Something is back there, right at the edge of the light. The road ahead is a never-ending ribbon of cracked asphalt, swallowed by the dense jungle of trees that line the outskirts of this forgotten province. There hasn't been a gas station or a street lamp for the last 40 miles. It's just me, the cold air, and the silence of the wilderness. They call this the Dead Man's Pass for a reason. And usually, I don't believe in those old wives' tales. But tonight, the atmosphere feels heavy, like the air itself is pressing down on the car, making it harder to breathe with every passing mile. The forest here is ancient, the kind where the branches interlace above the road like skeletal fingers reaching for the sky. Even the high beams can't seem to penetrate more than a few feet into the thick brush. I keep thinking I see eyes reflecting back at me from the darkness. Not animal eyes, but something more deliberate, more intelligent. I try to focus on the road, telling myself it's just the fatigue playing tricks on my mind. Just a few more miles, I keep whispering to myself. But the road seems to stretch on forever into the void. I glance up at the rearview mirror again, just a habit, really. At first, it's just the black void of the road behind me. But then, right at the edge of the light's reach, there's a flicker, a shape. It doesn't look like a car. There are no headlights, just a tall, thin silhouette standing perfectly still in the middle of the road I just drove over. My breath hitches in my throat. How did it get there? I didn't pass anyone. I was completely alone a second ago, yet there it stands, watching me walk away into the dark. I blink, hoping it's a smudge on the glass or a trick of the moonlight. I check the mirror again, and the shape is gone. I let out a shaky laugh, trying to convince myself that I'm just overtired. My imagination is a dangerous thing in a place like this. I turn up the radio to drown out the silence, but all I get is static, a low, rhythmic pulsing that sounds almost like heavy breathing coming through the speakers. I switch it off immediately, the silence now feeling even more threatening and loud than the static before. I speed up, the needle on the speedometer climbing steadily. The engine groans under the pressure, but I need to get out of these woods. I can't shake the feeling of being watched. I take a quick peek at the mirror once more. It's back, and this time, it's closer. It's not standing still anymore. It's moving. It's not running. It's gliding, keeping pace with the car effortlessly. A pale, elongated face is barely visible through the grime of my back window. My pulse is racing now, and I can feel the sweat dripping down my neck. The figure is gaining ground. It's less than 20 feet behind my bumper now. I can see its limbs, unnaturally long, swaying in a way that no human body should ever move. It's wearing something dark that billows in the wind, but the face is just a white mask of terror. No eyes, just deep, dark pits where they should be. I floor the accelerator, my tires screeching as I take a sharp corner. The car fishtails slightly, but I regain control, praying that the transmission doesn't give out on me now in the middle of nowhere. Everything is a blur of dark green and gray. I'm doing 80 on a road meant for 40. I look back, and the thing is right there, its hand reaching out as if to touch the trunk of my car. Its fingers are like spindly claws. The interior light of my car flickers, then dies. The dashboard lights dim to a faint orange glow. I'm screaming now, though I can barely hear myself over the wind whistling through the cracks in the door. It's like the world is trying to pull me into the shadows with it, and I'm losing the fight. The entity is now inches away from the rear glass. I can see the frost forming on the window where its breath should be, even though it's a warm night. It's leaning forward, its head tilted at an impossible angle. It looks curious, like a predator watching a dying insect in a jar. I try to flash my hazards, hoping there's anyone else out here, but the road remains empty and indifferent. The darkness feels solid now, a physical weight that I'm dragging along with me. Why won't this road end? Where is the exit to this nightmare? Then, silence. Total, absolute silence. I look in the mirror, and the figure is gone. I scan the road behind me, nothing but the faint red glow of my taillights fading into the mist. I start to breathe again, my chest heaving with relief. Maybe I lost it. Maybe it was just a localized phenomenon of the pass. I wipe the sweat from my forehead and reach for a bottle of water to calm my nerves. But then, I hear it. A soft, wet thud on the roof of the car, right above my head. It didn't disappear. It jumped on the roof. The roof of the car buckles slightly under the weight of the creature. Long gray fingers curl over the edge of the windshield, right in front of my eyes. I can hear the scratching of nails on metal. The thing is peering down at me from above, its face upside down against the glass, staring directly into my soul. I slam on the brakes, hoping to throw it off, but the car skids wildly toward the ravine. This is it. I've reached the end of the line. If you're hearing this, stay away from the remote forest roads at night. They aren't empty. The screen fades to black as the sound of shattering glass echoes through the woods. It's a reminder that some paths are better left untraveled, and some stories are better left untold. I hope you enjoyed this terrifying journey through the dark today. If you want more spine-chilling tales and POV horror experiences like this, make sure to show some love. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Stay safe out there, and remember, always keep an eye on your mirrors. You never know who might be hitching a ride. Good night.